Hi everyone, and thank you so much for watching my channel, The Witty Turtle. So, in the last class, we had revised the rates of depreciation, and in today's class, we are going to start with calculation of depreciation. Right? So, when you are calculating depreciation of a particular block, then the very first thing that you need to write is the opening WDV of the block. That is your opening written down value of that particular block, right? Then if in that particular year, if you have purchased any other asset, if you have acquired, and if you have put to use any other asset, then you have to write that one also. So after that you have to add the actual cost of asset which is acquired during that previous year. Now, this particular thing is divided into three parts. The first part is that the asset which is put to use for 180 days or more, right? For 180 days or more. The second part is what? The asset which is put to use for less than 180 days. And the third one is what? The asset which is acquired but not put to use. Now, um, you might think that depreciation is allowed only on the asset which is put to use in that particular previous year, but why are we taking the actual cost of the asset which is acquired but not yet put to use? Because you have purchased the asset, right? So खर्चा तो हुआ है ना, आपने पैसे तो दिए हैं, and that particular amount is added to the block, that particular asset is added to the block. So obviously the cost of that asset will be added to the block in that previous year in which the asset was acquired, right? Now, uh, opening WDV plus actual cost of asset acquired, right? Then you have to add these two, and then you have to deduct the money which is payable. यहाँ पे don't get confused between money payable and money receivable, because in some books it is given as money payable and in some books it is given as money receivable. So what is this money payable or money receivable? This is nothing but the selling price, right? This is nothing but the selling price. So it also includes what? If you have got any kind of compensation, or if you have got any kind of insurance claim, or any kind of salvage value. Selling price, salvage value, insurance claim, and lastly any kind of compensation, right? So these four things come under your money payable. You have to deduct this particular amount from the addition of opening WDV and actual cost. So after deducting this, whatever the amount you will get, that is the WDV for depreciation. You have to calculate the depreciation on that particular amount, right? Whatever is written here in red ink, on that particular thing you have to calculate your depreciation, right? Now, uh, on that particular thing you have to calculate your depreciation, and जो भी depreciation आएगा, that amount, that depreciation which is actually allowed will be deducted from your WDV from depreciation, and lastly you will get closing WDV, right? I think this is very clear to you. Easy hai. And as this is a revision video, so you might have solved many questions on this particular concept, right? So I don't think I need to make you more understand this. Let's do a quick revision. Opening WDV of the block plus actual cost of the asset acquired, एंड इसके बीच में, इसके अंडर में थ्री थिंग्स आएंगे. फर्स्ट थिंग क्या है? पुट टू यूज फॉर 180 डेज और मोर, पुट टू यूज फॉर लेस देन 180 डेज, अक्वायर्ड बट नॉट पुट टू यूज, दोनों को ऐड करना है. आफ्टर द एडिशन यू हैव टू डिडक्ट द मनी पेएबल, दैट इज ईदर योर सेलिंग प्राइस और योर इंश्योरेंस क्लेम or your compensation or your salvage value, right? So you have to deduct the money payable, and after that, whatever amount you will get, you have to calculate the depreciation on that particular amount. That is your WDV for depreciation. Then from WDV for depreciation you have to deduct your depreciation amount which is allowable, right? And after that you will get the closing WDV. Now, tell me one thing. In the second point, we discussed that the actual cost of asset acquired during the previous year is divided into three things, right? One is what? put to use for 180 days or more, put to use for less than 180 days, and put and acquired but not put to use, right? So in the last case, acquired but not put to use, as it is not put to use, so no depreciation will be charged. Coming to the second point, that is your put to use for less than 180 days or more, which means for how many days it was put to use? 179 days. So uh, ये डेट क्या आएगा? In the question, particular dates are given to you, so you have to remember these two dates, right? So if it was put to use from 4th of October, from 4th of October, then it will come under which part? It will come under put to use for less than 180 days. And if it was put to use on or before 3rd October, then this will come under what? Put to use for 180 days or more, right? Now, what is the significance of these two things, like 180 days or more and less than 180 days? Because when the asset was acquired and put to use for 180 days or more, in that case, full rate of depreciation is allowed, right? Full rate of depreciation. For example, we are talking about patent, right? Patent is an intangible asset, and patent का जो आपका रहता है rate of depreciation, that is your 25%. So if that patent was put to use for uh, more than 180 days, then the amount chargeable to depreciation will be entire 25%. But if it was put to use for less than 180 days, then what? Then that patent will be charged to depreciation at a rate of half. जो उसका रेट है उसका हाफ, 25% into half equals to 12.5%. Understood? Now you can do questions on this particular topic. And here we need to take care of certain points, like yes. Another thing is that the reduction of money payable shall only be to the extent that WDV becomes nil. Here you have to understand that your written down value can be nil, but it cannot be negative, right? It cannot be negative. So, for example, your opening WDV plus your actual cost equals to 3 lakhs, right? But you are getting your money payable or selling price as 4 lakhs. So in this case, what happens? It cannot be the WDV for depreciation cannot be negative. So you have to take money payable up to the extent of your the above amount, that is your 3 lakhs. Even if your money payable is 4 lakhs, but as WDV for depreciation cannot be negative, so you have to take it up to the extent of 3 lakhs only, right? Now I really hope this concept is clear to you, and if you find this video helpful, then please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel The Witty Turtle, and also share this video with your CA and CMA final friends. And in the next class we will study about additional depreciation.